There are few things in life that are as glorious as having food delivered to your door, especially pizza. However, if you are feeling ambitious and ready for a culinary adventure, making your pizza at home using a pizza stone and fresh ingredients isn't all that difficult. A stylish apron is optional, but highly recommended. There may be cheaper and faster ways to get a pizza, but life isn't always about cheap and fast. Having control over food quality and ingredients can be the difference between a mediocre pizza and a totally righteous pizza. First, it's important to get your prep work done, namely making your sauce and cutting up your toppings. You can get really creative with toppings, but for simplicity's sake, we are using pepperoni. Make sure that all toppings are cut thin enough to cook properly. About 1/8 inch is a nice medium. There are good fresh marinara choices available near where the pizza dough is sold at the store. Making your own is easy enough to make it worth the effort. Combine a can of tomato sauce, a can of tomato paste, and then fresh or dried garlic, as well as herbs and seasonings to taste. Some of the most popular include dried oregano, paprika, onion powder, salt, dried basil, and black pepper. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and put your pizza stone in the oven. Using a pizza stone will result in a crispy, consistent crust and an impressive presentation. Being super DIY and making things from scratch is great, but there's no need to make your own dough when there are awesome pre-mixed, uncooked doughs at your local grocery store. Once you have your ball of dough, make sure the dough and your surface are covered in flour. The first step to making the dough into its familiar circular form is a technique called edge lock. Do this by interlocking your index fingers and simultaneously creating a ringed well while turning the ball. After it's tossed a couple times, it should be ready to be put on the pizza pan. The pizza pan can be some flour-coated foil on a baking sheet or a flour-coated cutting board. It's basically a mid-step to the pizza stone because you don't want to remove the stone from the oven, but you still need to put stuff onto the dough to make a complete pizza. Next up is sauce. Using either your homemade or store-bought sauce, cover the pizza in an appropriate amount, approximately 4 ounces. This can vary depending on personal preference. A spoodle, a large spoon with a flat bottom, can be a useful tool for both scooping and spreading the sauce. Keep the sauce as even as possible all the way around. As for cheese, we'll be using mostly mozzarella. Expect to use at least 2 cups, more if you are a cheese fanatic. Cheese can be as varied as vegetables and meats in terms of toppings, which brings us to our last assembly item, pepperoni. Try to space it out evenly across the pie. And voila, you have your beautiful uncooked pizza. Open up the oven and make sure the pizza stone is within safe reach, i.e., you won't burn yourself on oven coils. Slide the pie onto the stone. Cooking time will vary, but generally set the timer for about 10 minutes. The pizza will likely not be done, but this is a good checking point to see whether the pizza needs 3 or 10 more minutes. Now your pizza is done! Yes! From the oven, transfer the pizza onto a clean chopping board. Let it cool for a couple minutes. Okay, time to slice and dig in. And that's it. It's that easy. Preheat your oven and stone. Prep your ingredients. Toss out the dough. Add sauce and toppings. And cook it up. You and your friends will be enjoying delicious homemade pizza in no time.